Hello guys. In this episode of Mind-Blowing Facts, we will be talking about one of my favorite book series. This series got me into reading books. It's the Harry Potter series. We will take a look at details that many readers missed, Easter eggs in the movie adaptations and other fun facts. But before I start this video contains spoilers for the 7 Harry Potter books and 8 movies. Also, I'm sorry if this voice mispronounces some words. So, let's start. Number 1, Daniel Radcliffe was allergic to his Harry Potter glasses. He had an allergy to nickel, and they were quickly replaced with hypoallergenic specs. Also, Daniel Radcliffe's glasses had no lenses. This was to stop the reflection from anything happening behind the scenes. The glass lens was added in post-production. Number 2, Harry, Ron, and Hermione's names all had deeper meanings. Harry is the Middle English version of Henry, which was a name popular for English kings, because Harry is a leader. Ronald comes from the Old Norse Ronvaldr, a title for a ruler's advisor. He's Harry's best friend. Hermione's name is from Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale, and was just meant to be clever, since her parents are scholarly. Number 3, before finally being accepted, J.K. Rowling's original Harry Potter pitch was rejected by 12 publishers. Number 4, J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter have the same birthday, which is July 31st. Number 5, Dumbledore has a deeper meaning. It's actually an Old English word for bumblebee. Rowling has said that she chose that name because she always thought of Dumbledore humming to himself. Number 6, Rowling eventually revealed the fate of Dolores Umbridge. Although we didn't read about it in the books, she was eventually imprisoned for her actions at the Ministry of Magic and was sent to Azkaban. Number 7, here is an Easter egg that you have missed in the Harry Potter movies. Harry's Quidditch skills are recognized very early on in his career as a Hogwarts student, and it's Professor Minerva McGonagall, head of Gryffindor House, that spots Harry's talents when he takes off on a broom against the teacher's instructions to help Neville retrieve his Remembrall. As it turns out, director Chris Columbus placed one of the easiest to miss Harry Potter Easter eggs in the movie to indicate that McGonagall had Quidditch skills of her own. When Harry expresses anxieties over his playing skills in the first movie, Hermione insists that he'll be good at the game because it's in his blood. She then brings Harry and Ron to Hogwarts trophy display where she points out that Harry's father James won an award for his Quidditch skills when he was a student. A smaller plaque to the right of James Potter's name reveals that McGonagall herself also won a Quidditch award as a young student in 1971. Number 8, the names of some of the main Harry Potter characters were changed from Rowling's original names. Before she changed them, they were Hermione Puckle, Draco Spinks, Neville Puff, and Lily Moon, who ended up as Luna Lovegood. Number 9, another Easter egg from the first movie. After Harry and friends get settled at Hogwarts, there's a scene depicting owls flying through the castle, dropping off their mail. The ever-forgetful Neville Longbottom is gifted a Remembrall, a magical item that fills with red smoke when the user has forgotten something. The only problem, as Neville points out, is that he can't remember what it is that he's forgotten. Eagle-eyed viewers may be able to point out exactly what it is that Neville can't seem to remember. All the other students in the scene are wearing their black cloaks, but it looks like Neville misplaced his. Number 10, whenever you see Harry, Ron, and Hermione doing schoolwork in the movies, Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, and Emma Watson were actually doing their homework. Yes, even famous actors have to do their homework. Number 11, Harry Potter fans around the globe were thrilled at the return of the franchise to the big screen with the 2016 movie Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which followed Newt Scamander as he traveled across the Atlantic to America and then tracked down his lost beasts. However, few fans realized that this was actually Scamander's second appearance in a Harry Potter movie. When Fred and George Weasley gift Harry the infamous Marauders map during the movie and show Harry how to operate it, the map reveals the whereabouts of every witch and wizard in Hogwarts. Newt Scamander's name can actually be seen walking the halls of the Wizarding School on the map in the center right area. This means that Scamander visited Hogwarts while Harry was a student during the events of The Prisoner of Azkaban. Number 12, Robbie Coltrane, who plays Hagrid in the films, was the first actor to be cast in the series. Number 13, this Easter egg is from the second movie. In Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the Weasley family uses a flow network to magically transport themselves to Diagon Alley by way of their fireplace. However, Harry fumbles the pronunciation of Diagon Alley before teleporting, causing him to arrive in the shady Nocturne Alley. Fortunately, he's quickly resisted by Hagrid. While making their way back to Diagon Alley, Harry and Hagrid pass a bookstore with an interesting display. Those who look closely may notice that the Harry Potter novels can be seen in the window of the store. Number 14, Fred and George Weasley were born on April 1, 1978, according to Pottermore.com. Coincidence? I think not. Number 15, Rowling credits the Harry Potter books to her mother's death, saying the books have a major death theme in them because she started writing them 6 months before her mother died. She has said that if she didn't die, there wouldn't be a Harry Potter. After I started reading the third novels, I realized that the wizarding world isn't rainbows and unicorns. Number 16, by the Potter franchise's sixth movie, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, things in Rowling's wizarding world had basically descended into chaos. Voldemort was back and stronger than ever, ready to take over and exact revenge on Harry Potter. As one of the darkest movies of the entire franchise, The Half-Blood Prince opens with a group of Voldemort's followers descending down on London and wreaking havoc, destroying one of the city's most iconic landmarks, the Millennium Bridge, in the process. As thrilling as the sequence is, there's one problem with this scene. The events of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince are supposed to be set in the late 1990s. Yet, London's famous Millennium Bridge was opened in 2000, meaning that the bridge actually didn't exist when the Half-Blood Prince took place. Oops. Number 17, Snape hints about his love for Lily Potter from the start. Listen to this quote. "Potter," said Snape suddenly. "What would I get if I added powdered root of asphodel to an infusion of wormwood?" It sounds like nonsense meant to trip Harry up in his first potions lesson. But Rowling is using the Victorian language of the flowers to express Snape's regret over Lily's death. Asphodel is a type of lily and means remembered beyond the tomb or my regrets follow you to the grave, while wormwood is often associated with regret or bitterness. I always thought that Snape is an undercover Death Eater, till I read the Deathly Hallows. Number 18, Rowling once said that when she wasn't in a happy place, she almost killed off Ron out of sheer spite. Number 19, partway through Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban movie, Fred and George Weasley give Harry the Marauder's Map, a magical item that tracks the movements of every being in Hogwarts Castle. When Harry is first given the map, a shot shows the front cover of the map with the nicknames of all the creators: Moony, Wormtail, Padfoot, and Prongs, but viewers with a sharp eye might catch the fact that the name Moony is misspelled Mooney instead of Moony. According to IMDb, this is actually done on purpose. Filmmakers had some fun slipping in a reference to the movie's visual effects supervisor, Carl Mooney. Number 20, things get dark in Chapter 13. Unlucky 13 strikes again. In that chapter of each book, an evil character or Horcrux is introduced or becomes crucial to the plot. Think, Tom Riddle's diary appearing in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Mad-Eye Moody performing magic on students in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and Harry's first detention with Umbridge in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Number 21, if you look closely, you'll notice that the scar on Harry's head on the book cover and in the film are different. On the books, the scar is in the middle of his forehead. In the films, it's off-center. Number 22, as Harry and Arthur Weasley make their way to the Ministry of Magic in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Mr. Weasley marvels at all of the different Muggle innovations such as underground public transport and bicycles as Harry helps him navigate the normal side of London. However, once they reach a certain telephone booth, it's Mr. Weasley's turn to shock Harry with a different type of innovation. As it turns out, this particular iconic red telephone booth in London is actually the visitor's entrance to the Ministry of Magic. In order to access the entrance, Mr. Weasley puts in some money and quickly dials 62442. This actually spells out magic on a telephone's number pad. If you've ever used an old phone with a physical keypad, you know what I'm talking about. Number 23, Unicorn blood foreshadows Horcruxes. Listen to this quote from the first book. The blood of a unicorn will keep you alive, even if you are an inch from death, but at a terrible price. You have slain something pure and defenseless to save yourself, and you will have but a half-life, a cursed life, from the moment the blood touches your lips. Firenze the Centaur is explaining the consequences of killing a unicorn to Harry, but it kind of sounds like creating a Horcrux too, doesn't it? Rowling began laying down the groundwork for the final book in the series long before Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince was published. Number 24, although Hogwarts is in England and Harry lived in London, much of the series is inspired by Edinburgh, Scotland, which is where Rowling lives. Number 25, this Easter egg is from the 6th film. With Harry's talent in the game and his father's own established skills, Quidditch is a big deal in the Harry Potter franchise. So, it's an exciting plot point when Harry finally becomes Gryffindor's Quidditch team captain in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. The significance of the moment was not wasted by filmmakers, who slipped in a small instance of foreshadowing through Harry's costuming. Harry's number as Quidditch captain was 7. This can be taken as a detail foreshadowing his role as the 7th of Voldemort's Horcruxes. Number 26, Fred and George accidentally attacked Voldemort. Listen to this quote. One morning in mid-December, Hogwarts woke to find itself covered in several feet of snow. The lake froze solid and the Weasley twins were punished for bewitching several snowballs so that they followed Quirrell around, bouncing off the back of his turban. At this point in the story, Voldemort is sharing Quirrell's body and his face is hidden underneath his turban. That means technically Quirrell was a temporary Horcrux, and also, the Weasley twins were hitting Voldemort in the face with snowballs. How you like that, Dark Lord? Number 27, the Dementors were based off of Rowling's experience with depression. She once described it as that cold absence of feeling, that really hollowed out feeling. That's what Dementors are. Number 28, after Harry runs away from the Dursleys in the 3rd film, he takes up lodge at the Leaky Cauldron. In an effort to make the pub more authentic, director Alfonso Cuarón included some footage portraying some of the scenes patrons might catch on a daily basis at the Leaky Cauldron. This includes a wizard nonchalantly reading Stephen Hawking's A Brief History of Time. I guess some wizards are also into science. Number 29, Rowling hinted about Snape's legilimency skills. Listen to this quote. Could Snape possibly know they'd found out about the Sorcerer's Stone? Harry didn't see how he could, yet he sometimes had the horrible feeling that Snape could read minds. We find out in Order of the Phoenix that Snape has mastered legilimency, which means he can delve into the minds of others. So it's possible he was onto our heroes, after all. Number 30, Rowling created Quidditch after having a big fight with an ex-boyfriend. She said she doesn't remember the connection between the fight and the game, except that maybe in my deepest, darkest soul I would quite like to see him hit by a bludger. I never knew that a fight with an ex can be the inspiration for a fictional game. I've got more facts about Harry Potter, but I don't want to make this video too long. So, I will make another video about Harry Potter later. I hope you learned something new from this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe my channel for more content like this. Also, press the notification bell to be the first one to watch my videos. Thanks for watching, and bye.